It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta-have-it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They run it once more with Jones. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. To return is Williams. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
A tight end in motion now. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Moore going in motion. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Moore going in motion. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Nolan Smith makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Ryan Wright now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45. That's Mekhi Blackman there for the stop. Third down, 3 to go. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Clearly, the play caller here is thinking that the defense is going to be completely zoned in on stopping the running back, thinking he can catch them off guard with the quarterback keep. The defense was prepared for both guys, and they now force 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the draw, here's Jones. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there, stop him for no gain.
3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll get forward for a couple. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On the ground now with Jones. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll try and run for it.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's into the end zone. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Vikings. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Reichert. It's up and through. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Dotson, the man in motion. Hurts to the air on 1st down. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And in motion is Brown. Third and short, and Hurts will throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. Jones, first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Jones. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. A tackle there by Jalix Hunt. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here comes the screen to Jones. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. A dive, and he's in! Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. A pistol snap, back to Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Man in motion is Brown. A first down throw for Hurts. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end Dallas Goedert that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They get 22 yards there. First down, Philadelphia.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Again, Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will wind up a Vikings 1st down, as he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Vikings got a good performance in the first half from their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got this one complete to Goddard. They get 19 on that pass play. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A short throw taken in by Goddard. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts again. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are on the board. It's now 14-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Chandler now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That's caught. Ty Jefferson on the right side. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, Jones. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to get all the way down to the Vikings' 14-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Now a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. He'll try, and he's in! J.J. McCarthy, touchdown Vikings. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will take a 21-7 lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver.
Powering forward, he's in. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles draw closer here. It's 21-14. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Chandler now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On the give, it's Jones. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. In motion, it's Jefferson. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On on the ground. It's Barkley to start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Looks like a design run. Hurts has it. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. To throw is Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. The veteran Harrison Smith around the ball like he's been most of his career.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On third down, here's Hurts. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up fourth down.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Now a fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run. It's Jones. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run straight ahead with Jones. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, Minnesota.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. 15-yard pickup there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. Up the middle, here's Jones. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. 1:54 to go. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The throw on the run is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A second down throw for Hurts. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. Now it's going to be third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick as that ball is coming out.
He connects downfield to Dotson. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28. Hurts will try it again. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now, 2nd and 4. To the air again. Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens. But we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for the Vikings. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and they send their fans home quite happy. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.